Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Just want to check my Facebook, make sure I am going live here. Okay, there we are. So today, I'm going to have a little bit tough love with everybody today. A little tough love because I'm going to be saying some things you probably do not want to hear if you are not hitting your goals and getting to where you are. So I'm going to tell you a few things, give you some ideas on how to book more appointments. And please do not turn this off. I know a lot of you will, because I used to do it myself back in the day, hear these things I'm about to say. And if you turn this off, if you don't listen to this whole thing, my opinion is you are doing it because you are disappointed in yourself. You don't want to hear the things that I'm going to say that you might be doing so you're not reaching your goals. Is that getting your attention? Because you don't want to hear it. Like, I heard it before. I don't want to hear this again. Or I know this. I'm not doing this. So continue to listen. So here, I'm going to give you some things. So I, back in the day of selling homes and things that I do now is that I always had a minimum of 100 calls a day that I would make, 100 contacts. So back in the day, 28 years ago, we had to pick up the phone and call everybody. Today, the phone is still the number one thing to book appointments. It's like handwriting a note. When people pick up the phone, not just a text, not just an email, not just a general mailer that is not customized. The phone is the number one thing to book appointments. So I know in many videos I said you got to contact a minimum. So I will say this: you've got to contact, personal contact. You reaching out, either phone, text, email, but mostly phone if you could book the time or set the time, and a minimum of 100 people a day. You have to do that to get to your goals. So I'm going to give you some ideas and some things why. The number one thing every agent I talk to is fear. I know it's fear. It's fear. You don't want rejection. Why? You're not, get over that. You're not selling insurance. You're not selling investments. You're not selling cars. You're not selling something that you have to convince people to buy, beauty products. Something for their kitchen. You're selling them your service to help them when they're ready to buy or sell a house, or offer your help to help someone else. And I remind you, especially when you're looking for buyers, you don't charge them any money. The money comes from the seller. So it's free service. You're offering a free service to them when they're ready to buy or sell a house. You should have no fear of rejection with that. So number one is fear. You got to get over the fear. Two is excuses. Of course, we all make excuses of why we're not picking up the phone, why we're not calling people. You got to get over the excuses. Stop making excuses. Every day, at the end of the day, if you didn't make your calls and your contacts with people, I guarantee you there's a million excuses throughout the day. So forget the excuses. Stop making those excuses. Number three is procrastination. Of course, we all procrastinate. There's always something to do. There's, with information coming in, with everything is your social media, your kids are calling you, your spouse, your significant other, your things going on in the world, the news, what's going on with the election, what's happening out there. You could procrastinate all day long in what you're doing. So that's three. Watch the procrastination. Four, avoidance. You're just purely just avoiding the calls, and you're not even telling yourself you have to make these calls. So you're finding things to do. You're avoiding them. You're not even seeing them. They're not out on your desk. Again, one of the things I have on my desk every day is my list of people that I should be calling, and I do call every day. And it's a big list. It's always sitting on my desk. It's always there. So I see it. So if you avoid it, if you don't have something that you're looking at every day, a reminder, like every morning, 9 o'clock, ding, time to make your calls, something on your desk, something that you see every day, you're going to avoid it. You're just going to brush it under the carpet. So all of these things is that, anybody that's out there complaining that they don't have enough business, this is where the tough love comes in. You're just not doing the things you need to do. It's simple as that. I see many agents, many hitting their goals, and over every day I see agents that are excelling more than that, going over their goals. They're this year they've been doing more business than they ever done before, and it's not just because of the market. Because if that was just the market, everybody would do well. And it's not a company. Every major company has hundreds of agents or more, has agents that are doing extremely well and agents doing nothing. So it's not a company. It's not like, oh, if you go to this company, you're best. I hope you understand that agents come to our company. I know we have lots of great things to offer in our training and our coaching and our everything, but you still have to do it. You still have to do it. So I'm going to give you some ideas now on things that you can do to make sure and make it easier and to how can I get through 100 calls a day. So here's 5 things that I've learned over the years through coaches like Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Brian Buffini, Jared James. I've seen every coach, or major coach out there, not everyone, but it's all the same formula. It's just how they package it. So there's no magic bullet, so to say, on how to get this done easier or simpler or cutting corners. So here's some ideas though. Number 1, because I do it myself, is you got to create an environment that's easy for you to do it. I am, and you've heard me say, I'm OCD. I need to control my environment. I have to have an environment for things. It's like, when during the pandemic, when I was trying to work from home for a while, having kids around, I was out of my environment. I couldn't be as productive as I can. So to give you an idea, in my office, I mean, you can see a little bit behind me, but here's kind of the things that you need to create an environment. No, like number 1, though, I have 5 things on my desk. 5 things. I have my phone, headphones. You need headphones. You need headphones because you'll make an excuse. My arm hurts. I don't want to talk too long. Even unconsciously, if you're holding a phone up and talking to people, unconsciously, you don't even know your body is going to say, I'm tired of holding the phone. I want to get off the phone sooner. So you got to get a set of headphones to do that. So phone, headset, list of people to call, water, so you can talk. And the last thing is my lunch. Yeah, pack a lunch. It's sitting right on my desk. That's my lunch, because I don't have time to go out to lunch. I don't have time to think about what I'm going to eat for lunch and have to order it and get it ready. And especially if you're working from home, I'm going to go in the kitchen and make myself some lunch. Next thing you know, your lunch turns into a 2-hour making lunch. Or if you have, especially now, if you have kids home, spouses home, next thing you know, you're all having a 2-hour lunch, and that's productive time. So phone, headphones, water, list, lunch. Those are 5 things. The only thing on my desk, people come in my office and go, do you work? I go, yes, everything's paperless. I have my schedule. I have everything at my touch, but that's it. Nothing else is in my environment that could take my time and or attention away. So headphones, you have your list of people. Next, you have to make sure, I'm going down number 4, this headphones list of people, is your appointment, your schedule. And if you have it in your phone, great. If you have it on your computer, when you're playing your laptop, great. You have to have your schedule there, because if you get people on the phone, you can't just say, I'll call you back. You better have your schedule up, ready, and be able to make that appointment to see houses with them, have a buyer consultation with them, have a listing appointment, pre-listing appointment. You have to be ready. Have your schedule ready. And 5, I don't have this anymore because it's just ingrained in my mind of 28 years of real estate. Your scripts, your objection handling, things that you might need to remind yourself of things to say. When someone says, oh, I have a friend that's a realtor. What do you say? Well, great, good. Great, you have a real friend that realtor. If your friend doesn't work out, I'd like to be the next in line. And if you need an expertise, maybe your friend's not an expertise in this category of homes. I am. I've been selling for 28 years. Don't want to put their friend down, but just tell them, I want to be the next in line, and these are my qualifications. So, I mean, that's just an idea. So have some objection handlings and things that you can do. And another thing that just hit me, and I didn't even put on my list, I forgot because it's just ingrained, put things in your environment that remind you of what you have to do and why you should be doing it. I have pictures of my kids all and my family are around my office so I could see it in big pictures, not little pictures, as you can see some behind me. And but they have to be updated a little bit. They're a little old. But you have to have things that remind you in your environment every day why you're powering through these calls. So that always helps, because it's not fun. Some days it's not fun. It's not fun to do sometimes. I love to do it 99% of the time, but sometimes you just have to get through it, because if you don't do it, you're not going to get to your goals. And then now I'm going to give you a list of some things, ideas to keep your mindset in a positive way to get your goals, get through the day of making these calls, making these contacts. And number one, I've heard many, many, many times, is you got to name it something other than work. Like I got to go work, or prospecting. Even prospecting, I say that term a lot, but it's just like a term. But if you, in your head, go, I have to, and a lot of coaches have been using power hours, just something like with power, some powerful name. Like I have to, go help some people. I have to make some calls to connect and help people buy or sell a house. Something, anything that you can make your own that makes it more than work or prospecting. Prospecting is just not that good, great of a word to get you motivated to do your calls and do your connections. Also, too, another thing that why I have a headset, I walk. I mean, other than when I'm doing this video, when I'm on the phone, I'm walking around the office. I started wearing running shoes. I used to wear my dress shoes all the time in the office. Now I don't even have that anymore. I feel like Mr. Rogers when I come in the office. I'm putting on my tennis shoes and running shoes and walking around the office. My carpet's pretty much worn in certain areas from walking for years in the office. So you got to be moving. I feel that's an important thing, because people can hear it. Is your blood pumping, or you're just sitting back in your chair? You could tell. I mean, when you talk to people on the phone, you could tell. You could even tell, like some people can just tell, yeah, are you lying in your bed or something? I could tell you're lying down. The way your voice sounds and the way your sentences and words, you just sound tired. You could just tell. So if be moving. When you're moving, I think people can feel that, and it gets your blood pumping, and it also helps you keep going and keep moving and feel awake and not just lounging in your chair. Another one is affirmations are another good thing of what you do, what you say to yourself every morning. Like, this is gonna be a powerful day. I'm gonna get through to some people. What are you gonna say in your head that's not negative? I want to do this for my family. I'm excited to get through my calls today. I'm excited to help people, because when I get in touch with people, I know that I'm going to be the best agent to help them find a house or sell their house. I'm the best agent for the job. Things, affirmations, things that you can say to yourself to get yourself motivated, to get yourself to understand that you're the best person for the job. That's why you're calling them. That's why you're calling them and connecting with them. And when you have that mindset and that thought in your head, when you talk to people, it comes out without saying it. People feel the confidence. They can hear it in your tone. They hear it in the way you're explaining yourself and the things that you're confident, you know what you're doing, and you're the best person for the job. So affirmations help that in your head. What do you say to yourself? 4 is music. I in between calls, like I have my headphones, I got some music playing. It's not something that's putting me to sleep. I'm not the type of person that could play music while I'm on the phone in the background, but in between calls, like when I'm getting organized, I'm doing something, I'm writing my notes. And what's great about a headset with an iPhone is that as soon as you click stop, or hang up the phone, the music kicks on. As soon as you hit the button, music kicks off. And you don't have to worry about hitting a dial, or if you have speaker somewhere else or on and off. So I suggest you have my opinion, keep it organized and easy, And efficient, you have it on your phone, in your phone, and as soon as a call comes in, as soon as something, you're on the phone, it turns off, turns right back on. And you don't even have to do anything. So it's just simple things like that keep you more efficient with your day. And last, the mindset is no matter what's going to happen, no matter if you got an appointment, which is great for buyer or seller, pre-listing, listing appointment, a buyer consultation, or someone hung up on you, it's still a good day. You made your calls, you made your connections, you got a hold of people, you've left messages, you've connected some way, somehow to people. It will be a good day no matter what happens. It's a successful day. If you got through the number of calls and the number of connections that you want to, is a successful day. It's not, you, of course, you want appointments. That's your ultimate goal. But those are types of times, if you make 100 calls a day for dozens of days in a row and never get an appointment, maybe that's the time you got to tweak what you're saying, adjust a few things, ask a few more questions, maybe be a little bit more pushy with getting referrals. There's different things you can do, but it's successful either way at the end of the day, making those calls. So the last thing I'll say today is that, and I say this to every agent, especially there's lots of new agents getting into real estate. If you're new to it now, one of the main questions or number one questions agent asks me is, what can I do to be successful in real estate? What tool, what website, what system can I buy? What lead source can I get? And the number one thing it says, it hasn't changed in 30 years. It's the phone and connecting with people. That's all you need. You don't have to spend any money. You have the phone, you're spending money on it. You just need a list of people. You need time and create a list of people, getting phone numbers and connecting with them, and pick up the phone and start connecting. That what I really feel that the agents that avoid that answer are the agents that are already starting with excuses. Start with the basics. The basics are still there. It's still there for the 28 years I've been in real estate, and it will always be there. I don't see another way. Just connecting with people, and the phone is the number one thing. Yes, we have the text message, we got the emails, we got the instant messages, we got lots of other ways. We got social media and Instagram and all different types of other ways. But don't use those other ways as excuses to avoid just picking up the phone, because people still use the phone and talk on the phone. So I think anybody that avoids that is just thinking of other ways because they don't want to do it. And then, why that's a great thing to make those phone calls? Because most people aren't doing them. So if those people in your database, and they have other agents that are calling on them, chances are they're not calling on them. They might be sending them a message, or they might not even doing anything, thinking that they just send them business. You want to be different. You want to be more persistent and reach them and contact them more often and use the phone. So that's it for today. Hopefully those things will, give you some ideas and to think about. I know it's a little tough love. I know some people probably clicked off, like, I heard this before. I've been in business 10 years or 15 years, and I've heard this before. I thought Tony was going to give us some magic thing of how to book more appointments. I know a lot of you out there were saying, wow, how to book more appointments. Okay, what's this special new thing that will be easier for me to book more appointments? But I went right to the basics, back to the tough love of the things that you have to do. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11. Have a great day. Have a productive day. Bye-bye.